Welcome to the Anxiety Coaches Podcast, a relaxing and informative show where we explore anxiety, panic, and PTSD, sharing how you can overcome them for life.
Aloha! Welcome back to the Anxiety Coaches Podcast. I'm your host and coach, Gina Ryan, and I am so happy to be with you again today as together we can consider the many ways to bring your mind and body back to its natural peace and calm. In today's episode, I'm talking about 5 ways that pets can bring you health and happiness. Now, you may not have a pet of your own. I am holding my hand up. I do not either. I have in the past, though, and I actually could get teary thinking about my lovely Kippy, my Kelsey, and my very first big dog, Nipper. They are all gone off the planet now, but they will forever, ever, ever be in my heart. And the love and companionship that they brought to me then, it's still in me. It's deep. And who's on my refrigerator? My dogs, my kids and my dogs, the dogs that I no longer have. So I get it if you don't have a pet right now, but I want you to actually try to consider if maybe you can't have a pet and you live like I do where I'm not allowed in my cottage to have furry friends. But I find other ways to enjoy other people's pets. So maybe you could do that too. Because having a loyal companion, if you could ever have one, is just amazing. An estimated 68% of U.S. households have a pet. And the NIH scientists are looking at what the potential physical and mental health benefits are for different animals. Everything from fish to guinea pigs to dogs and cats. So we don't have to have it be a furry friend. Interacting with animals has been shown to decrease levels of cortisol, which we all know is the stress-related hormone that if you are sensitive to your cortisol or you are overflowing with cortisol and anxious, it is a horrible, horrible feeling. But interacting with animals has also been shown to lower blood pressure, reduce loneliness, increase feelings of social support, and boost your mood. Animals can serve as a source of comfort and support. Therapy dogs are especially good at this, but I know people that have therapy cats. And with all the research that they're doing, if they are studying all the way from fish on up, who knows? People are better off if they are tending to a plant. So let's really pay attention to this and see where we can go. If you can't have a furry friend, maybe you can have a fish, or maybe you can have a plant. Dogs are extremely present. It's amazing. They understand and live. They don't understand it. This is just who they are and how they live. Mindfulness, because they are fully intentional. They are always paying attention. They are compassionate and they are full of awareness. And all of that is called mindfulness. So the dog's got it going on. And I have to say, people have to learn these things. Animals don't. This is innate in the animals. When I very first came to Hawaii and was working with the Eating Disorder Center up country, I was trained to take notes at the equine therapy sessions that the women would go through. So they would be with a horse. The horse, you don't even need to talk to the horse. It knows exactly what your mood is, where your energy is, and it will let you know. You cannot force this horse to do anything. It knows what is going on. So this whole idea of animals helping us is because they are in tune. They are fully with us, and we feel that. When you look in your dog's eyes, you get it. Wouldn't you love that from people? Yes, well, maybe you can't get that from people right now in your life. these animals are fully present. They are living mindfulness. But also, when you have a pet, and I'm thinking this could happen with a garden or some houseplants too, you have new responsibilities. Knowing how to care for and feed the animal or your plant is part of the process. You are taking on new responsibilities. And the NIH is looking into the effects of the interaction of having to take on these new responsibilities for a living being. So, it isn't just that you get something back from them, but you know that they need you. They need you. And so this helps you to be responsible and to get outside of yourself. I hope you can feel that. Many times when we are anxious, we forget to get out of ourselves. We're stuck in our mind. And I have 5 ways that the pets can help with stress and your mental health, as soon as I thank today's sponsors. Every day we hear about how our morning rituals can change our day, but have you ever thought about your evening rituals? Allowing ourselves to transition with time to wind down both our devices and our minds in the evening allows us to stop our racing thoughts and drift to sleep naturally. Power your day by powering off at night. We're partnering with Calm, the #1 mental wellness app, to give you the tools that improve the way you feel. Reduce stress and anxiety through guided meditations, improve focus with curated music tracks, and rest and recharge with Calm's imaginative sleep stories for children and adults. There's even new daily movement sessions designed to relax your body and uplift your mind. Over 100 million people around the world use Calm to take care of their minds. Calm is ready to help you stress less and sleep more and live a happier, healthier life. If you go to calm.com-acp, you'll get a special offer of 40% off a Calm premium subscription, and new content is added every week. For listeners of the show, Calm is offering an exclusive offer of 40% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/acp. Go to calm.com/acp for 40% off unlimited access to Calm's entire library. That's calm.com/acp. And Ritual was with us. Ritual is essential for women 18 plus multivitamin was formulated by exhaustive research to help fill nutrient gaps in the diets of women ages 18 and over. It is formulated with nutrients to help support brain health, bone health, blood health, and provide antioxidant support. They invested in a gold standard university-led clinical trial to prove the impact of Essentials for Women 18 Plus multivitamin. The results, Essentials for Women 18 Plus, was shown to increase vitamin D levels by 43% and omega-3 DHA levels by 41% in 12 weeks. If you haven't tried Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin, I highly, highly suggest that you do. This is just the vitamin that we've been looking for. Right now, Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off your first 3 months. Visit ritual.com/acp and turn healthy habits into a ritual. That's 10% off at ritual.com/acp. Remember, this clinical study that they did was published in leading scientific journal Frontiers in Nutrition. So check them out at ritual.com/acp. So let's look at the 5 ways that pets can help us with stress and mental health. now that we know that the studies are out there, and I'm glad they're looking at goldfish too. I'm sure the studies are out there for plants too. That was not part of what I was looking at. But pets can be especially helpful as we grow older. And you have seen, the news reports where the animals are taken into the senior homes or the nursing homes, because the survey on healthy aging adults over 50 reported these 3 top benefits that they found. People had less stress, a better sense of purpose, and more social connection. Now, I don't think that's just true for people growing older. That is just what the study was. But I want to say that, yes, the pets do help us with less stress because we feel that unconditional love. And I really want to concentrate on the better sense of purpose, because many people who are anxious have lost that sense of purpose. We feel very pulled in so many different directions, but it's all kind of demanded and often not reciprocal. But the beauty is when we do something for a pet, they just gobble it right up. They just love you right up. And of course, the animals do also bring us more social connection. But here's the 5 ways that I have for you. The first one is that pets can reduce work-related stress. They found that 40% of the people that were studied say that their job gets in the way of their health. Well, yes, I hear that too. I would agree with that. Studies show that pets in the workplace help to reduce that stress and improve employee satisfaction. Well, I hope that the employers start paying attention to this and maybe open up their offices and workplaces to the little furry friends. The second one is that pets can help to increase productivity. When a dog joined a virtual meeting, they found that group members rank their teammates higher on trust, team cohesion, and camaraderie. I loved hearing that. All you had to do was, on a virtual meeting, have your dog join you, and you are seen in a better light. And the third one is that pets help to manage anxiety. Well, I'm glad that they found this, because I totally get this. Now more than ever, many people, they're not only anxious, people are really, really being pushed to the max. So the stress keeps adding on, right? And people are struggling more today with their mental health than in the past. So pets can provide that support that they need and companionship, because often when we are anxious and we're trying to manage it, right? Because we got to get through the day. We are still working on the long-term goal of getting through it, but we need to manage the moment sometimes, and that our pets can really help us with that. If you can't take your pet to work with you, take a picture of your pet to work with you. Just find ways that can work for you to incorporate your pet to help you manage your anxiety. Of course, they make us feel better. And so if we can't be with them all the time, find a way to bring them with you somehow. Spend more time in the evening with them and on the weekends. It can be wonderful. Even I never had a cat as an adult until a stray cat found us at the last place that I lived. Now, I wasn't supposed to have a cat there either, but the cat kind of came to the house. So anyway, this was amazing. Like, it changes everything. So if you are anxious, I cannot imagine anything more comforting than to actually sit and be able to pet this furry friend. Just to spend some time with it. It doesn't have to be all the time, but just even when you're at work struggling or stressed, remember, I'm going to go home and be with my Kippy, as I would say, right? It's okay. It's okay to have that in the back of your head. That helps you manage the moment. The fourth one is, and this really helps with anxiety too, is that pets can help you be more active. And with our anxiety, we know that there's a lot of built up energy. And so the pet can help us to get outside, get some fresh air, and get active, which all helps with our mood, our sleep, and our mental health. So it goes right along, and the dog needs to get out. And actually, let me share this. When I said that, I just triggered a memory. I walk at a particular park, and there's a gal who has started walking her little pot-belly pig there. So it isn't just the doggies that are out there at the park. Now we have a little pig too. So it's adorable. Like, who would think that it was so darn cute, and that little nose and it snorts and whatever. It's an animal that isn't asking anything of you. It's just there. It's so full of love. And remember, they are actual mindful beings. They don't know about the future, and they don't know about the past. Of course, they will have some reactions from, maybe things that they had been traumatized over if they were not well cared for and so forth. But for the most part, they don't think about tomorrow. And they're not worried about what they happened in the past. They are present, and that is what we love so much about them. The fifth one that I have for you is that pets provide a sense of togetherness. You bond with this pet, and it really helps you to not feel alone. You get to touch, hear, and talk to your companion animal, whatever it is, and it brings a sense of goodwill, of joy, of nurturing and happiness. So the next time you are with your companion animal, remember that they are giving you goodwill and joy, nurturing and happiness, and just love them right up for that. I hope that this has been helpful for you and maybe triggered the idea of possibly having a companion animal in your life. I think it's on my list of things to do at some point, but not today. So I find ways to enjoy other people's pets. The property that I live on, the main house, which is down the hill, she has two beautiful dogs. One is Lily and the other is Koi. So there's Lily and Koi, and I get to enjoy them. I get to play with them, and we blow bubbles for them, and they chase the bubbles, and I get to pet them and look in their eyes. And I have friends who go to the dog park, and sometimes I go to the dog park to chat with my friends, and I get to enjoy all kinds of dogs there. And we have a humane association here that allows you to come, and you can take a pet for the day. You can take a dog to the beach. Even tourists that come to Maui will go and take a dog to the beach for the day. They supply you with everything to just enjoy your furry friend all day. So if you don't have a pet of your own, don't despair. You can find ways to love up some other furry animals that are out in the environment. I hope this show was helpful for you, and that you again will consider maybe a companion animal in your future. Before I read today's quote, I was wondering if you prefer the show without ads, or perhaps you might like to have access to the entire back catalog of over 600 episodes. Maybe you'd like some bonus meditation episodes. All of that and more are available for $5 a month with our premium Supercast membership. Go to anxietycoaches.supercast.com and join us ad-free today. The link will be in the show notes. And now for today's quote. Petting, scratching, and cuddling a dog could be as soothing to the mind and heart as a deep meditation, and almost as good for the soul as prayer. And that's from Dean Koontz. I'll be back in a few more days with another podcast. Until then, be well and aloha.
Thanks so much for joining us for today's episode of the Anxiety Coaches Podcast. Find more information at theanxietycoachespodcast.com.